Hey everyone, Irit here with a new video. I know I've been missing in action for quite some time, and yeah, I'm really sorry. I hope to get back to posting regularly. I haven't done a ton this summer, but I think since I haven't posted in a while, I think I still have a few things to show you, and just kind of one acquisition from June. I don't think I bought anything since then, and I have so much yarn and I would love to make a dent in my collection, maybe do some like stash busting projects, maybe, you know, like a big blanket or something where I can just use a lot of yarn. That would be great. So we'll see. I don't have a ton of projects in the works. I think I just have to kind of shift back to or off vacation mode and into autumn routine mode. So we'll see how it goes. I really don't know. I'll start with just showing you the yarn that I got. So I had a friend visiting. I don't know actually if I showed this, but I had a friend visiting from the US, and so I asked her to, or I had some yarn shipped to her and then she brought it with me. Maybe I showed this in a video. Yeah, I think I did. Anyway, I'll check and link to that video. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that I did that, but it was back in June, so. I would like to do something with this yarn. This is Troupeau from Line Brand, and this is, if you're not familiar, this is 100% rayon from bamboo. Very, very soft and lovely, very drapey yarn. And I have some nice colors here. And when you see the other projects that I have to show you, I think you will kind of, you know, see the appeal for me with this. Okay, so I'll start with a few finished objects. I don't think I've showed them. Please forgive me if I'm repeating myself, but it's been too long. So this is a pillow that I made, and I'll try to find the pattern and link it below. If you're interested, then, and I forgot to link it, then write me in the comments and hopefully I can find it. This is actually a carpet pattern, but I started doing it and it wasn't really lying completely flat, and I was just getting like a little bit frustrated with it, and I wasn't sure anyway that I would actually want this as a rug, or I didn't know where I would put it. So I thought, okay, I'll just make a pillow. And then I think after like a few rounds where I followed the pattern, you can see there are like these different stitch types. Very, very nice. I really love the way that it looks. But after some rounds, I just started kind of doing my thing, and then I added the sides, and then I did this side just kind of, I don't know, freestyling it with a few details. Hopefully you can see, and I like both sides, but I like this one better, and it's just a really nice decor element in my room. It has these colors that I love, like the super bright pink and a little bit of violet, and that pop of yellow and kind of olive earthy green. So I really, really like how this turned out. And yeah, this could also be like a good stash buster if you have a lot of leftovers from different projects. You could make this, you could make something like this a lot bigger, and you could put it, you know, like a floor cushion. That would be great too. Maybe I should actually do that now that I'm thinking about it. I think I could use the same pattern, maybe add a few rounds, and then just make the sides a lot taller, and that would work well. So very, very versatile. That's one of the things I love about crochet, that you can really kind of change things as you go. But yeah, this was supposed to be started as a carpet and then became a pillow, which looks great for my background. So that was one project. And then the other one that I had a lot of fun making, and it really kind of fit my stash, I'll go into detail about that in a bit, is this cardigan. So this is a free pattern. Try to put it on. This is a free pattern from, I want to say, Line Brand, They make it with one color, and I decided, since I had a few, I just had, you know, a collection of yarns that were just like one of a kind, like just one skein. This was mostly yarns that I wanted to try, and I ordered online, and I wasn't sure how they behaved or, you know, felt, or I wasn't sure about the color. So I just had like one, and I didn't really see myself necessarily making an entire project with from, you know, just one kind, so that I would have to order more to have enough for an entire project from just one type of yarn. So I thought it would be actually great to use them all in a project, and this is what came out of it, and I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. So I don't think I finished any of the skeins, and this is what I have left. Yeah, it's such a great project to use different yarns. They are all mostly natural fibers, so I tried to keep kind of consistent with that. There, I'll give you a bit of a look. And I think though that this pattern has a mistake. I think they tell you to do 4 rows in each one of these blocks, but then when you see the photos, it looks like they're actually 5 rows. So I don't know, if you want to follow this pattern, just make sure that, you know, you read it well. And if you notice, the green stripe is smaller. I just didn't really like the color, so I made it smaller. Everything else is the same size. It doesn't bother me, but yeah, you can do whatever you want. And then I decided to just do one color for the sleeves and the neckline, just to kind of bring it all together. You could of course do something. I chose one of the colors that are in the cardigan and that I have a lot of, but you could also do something like a black or white or neutral neckline and sleeves. And you could also decide to do like a row of white, black, neutral between the rows, or a different color, to create a completely different look. And I think the drape is really nice because it's kind of an open stitch. And also all these yarns that I used, or most of them, have a really nice drape. This one, the one I used, this curry color, is the Tencel Bamboo Double from Hobie, which is really, really lovely. Kind of gives me also these Troubeau vibes, even though this one is not 100% rayon bamboo. This has Tencel in it, but still kind of the same feel of yarn. And yeah, so this one is 50 grams, give you 130 meters. Yeah, so I guess kind of like DK weight, I want to say. And really, really enjoyed making it. It was a lot of fun, and yeah, for me, this is something I really enjoy wearing. It's kind of bringing that color. It could fit a lot of things, and yeah, I hope I didn't talk about it in a previous video. If I did, then I'm sorry again. But yeah, free pattern from Lion Brand. They just used one color, and I can't even remember the yarn that they used, but obviously you could very, very easily adapt it. I did do less stitches than their size, and yeah, so kind of I started with what they were saying, and then it looked a bit off to me, so I decided to just make it like one of these block shorter to fit. And then another finished item, which I'm very excited about. I think it might look like a bit like some carnival clothes, but still makes me very, very happy, is this top that I made. So you can wear it both ways, like this or like this. Obviously this is a bit less revealing, and this is a little bit more, but I don't know, it like on me it doesn't look like a super, super deep neckline. So yeah, and this is kind of cropped. Honestly, it's not the kind of clothes I usually wear. I don't have a lot of like cropped clothes, but I do have some summer pants and skirts that are kind of high-waisted. So I don't know, here the summer is kind of over, but for next summer I could definitely see myself wearing something like this, and I would definitely be interested in doing another version. This came together pretty fast, that was just longer, so not really cropped, just taking it down to the waistline or like lower, and without these really cool sleeves, but I would probably do just like one row of the sleeves because I tried it on as I was making it. I was kind of making decisions about the sleeves, and I also really liked how it looked with just one row, or maybe like a couple, maybe create some of these ruffles. Okay, so the pattern is this one, Neverland Crochet Top by Nomad Stitches. Here you can see her wearing it with the V-neck, and then here you can see it with the round neck. And it's a really nice pattern. I did the size small, and this is kind of fitted on me, which I feel like, I don't know, that's the kind of fit that I wanted. So for me, the size small was perfect. I'm usually a size small or medium on top, like 38, that sort of thing. Yeah, so I don't know if that helps you, but yeah, and you can add lining, but I have just like this, you know, kind of skin tone bralette underneath, and it doesn't, even though it seems like it's very lacy, on the body, I don't know, I feel like it doesn't give you that like, oh, I'm wearing something with a lot of holes in it. So even though it looks like it would, but I don't feel like very exposed when I tried it on at home. I'll try to put a picture on the screen. And I use like one cake, and I have quite a bit left over. So this is everything I have left over. And the way that I used it, you can see I didn't really trust their color changes, but I kind of color controlled, if you can call it like this, everything, and basically used it as if I was using just a bunch of different yarns. So this is actually a great way to use these sort of cakes, and I would recommend, they can get quite tangled when you start taking them apart, so I would recommend, if you want to do this and you have the patience, I'm sure it will save you time in the long run to kind of, you know, use a skein winder and make your own cakes for every different color, because I spend a lot of time like detangling knots and stuff. So yeah, but this is a great way to use these kind of yarns. And you can see I used the like all the colors basically for the sleeves. And I debated doing this little detail, you can see this like picot edging also in this coral shade, but decided to keep it kind of calm and just have that pop of color for the sleeves. But this, I feel this pattern is very versatile, and you could do this kind of neckline on both sides, or this kind of neckline on both sides. You can control the length, you can control the sleeves, and I actually added the original pattern, didn't have this like this ruffle detail. I just added it, and I think it looks cute. I think if I did it again, I would probably add it either instead of this one, or I would make the sleeve shorter and add another little ruffle here where it's kind of where the shoulder starts. I think that would look really cute and flattering. So highly recommend this pattern. It was, I think I did mess up a little bit, this like triangular thing. I didn't get the spacing completely right, but you know, I made it work. So I don't think you need to like stress too much about it, because I do feel like this part, like the bottom part of this top with this triangular or peaked detail here. I feel that one is a little bit challenging to follow just because every row or every 2 rows changes, but once you get the principle of it, then I think it's not a problem. And then if you don't stress about, you know, maybe getting the spacing a little bit off, then, you know, it's fine. You can kind of wing it. Really, really great pattern, and I have her book, and it did make me want to try some of her other patterns because I feel like she has this aesthetic of something like really cute and feminine that I really enjoy in crochet, which is not easy to find. So I hope to do that. And yeah, and I have quite a bit left over, so I think maybe I could probably do another version that had less like shorter sleeves or almost sleeveless and was longer, maybe in like rainbow stripes. But I don't know if I'm like not over this very, very summery color palette for now, but I do love the colors. I love both sides. Like I love this kind of teal minty situation here, and then this like soft lavender. Really, really happy with these colors. This is like my idea of summer in a shirt. So really happy about that. And as for works in progress, it's a sad situation here. I have to say, I want to start a few garments because that's what I'm most passionate about crocheting garments, and maybe start using some of my more like fluffy yarns, thick yarns, also do some knitting because I do love the way that knitted clothes look. Yeah, as I said, kind of a sad situation with the WIPs. So this is kind of ribbon yarn. I have a bunch of it from Hobbii, and I think this is great for like home decor, and I think I will try to use up my stash and make maybe some baskets and maybe a little rug, but probably mostly baskets because I feel those are always really easy to use and they look pretty. And I don't know, I really, really enjoyed making a larger rug for my room with this yarn, but I'm not really into it at the moment, so I kind of want to use them up just because I have way too much yarn and I just want to make some space so I can also, you know, replenish my stash if I feel like it without feeling guilty. So this was an attempt to make a tray. I just ran out of yarn because I was mostly using leftovers. So I want to make just like the sides of it. I started making them, but I need to go on. And then I'll probably have to like block it so that it, you know, stands properly. Yeah, I just used like a random stitch pattern with half double crochets in the back loop only, and then in the third loop only, just because I really, really love that texture. Yeah, so I wanted a little tray for the like coffee table that we have, so I can put there a couple of remote controls and like, you know, that sort of thing. But I'm not crazy attached to this. And then the other thing I started is this will hopefully be a basket. So I just started, again, I have like all kinds of leftovers, and I'm trying to find, this is the bottom, so I don't care so much, but I'm trying to find like a color situation that works with my living room color scheme, which has, there are quite a few colors, but it's mostly like slightly muted, softer colors, so light pink, mint, some yellows, lots of beige. But I thought about doing like a big basket that I can put on the floor and then put in it some of the blankets that we use, and I don't necessarily want them to be like on the sofa all the time, so I thought it would be nice to just have a basket and do that. I've seen one at IKEA that looks IKEA, as you say in North America, that looks really cute, not crochet, it's just like I think it's like straw, and I really would like to buy that, but then I thought I should use what I have and try to make my own and maybe make it a little bit more, you know, custom. And yeah, there are tons of like free patterns for baskets. And I actually looked at a few, but then I just started doing this spiral with like regular increases. And I think I'll just go on until it's big enough. And then I'll start, you know, I'll stop increasing and just do the sides with some stripes in colors that I have and fit my living room. Yeah, so this is not like, I'm not super passionate about this, but I'm more excited about just like using these yarns. Yeah, because, you know, now I still like them and I like the way that they look and I'm okay with working with them, but I feel like if I wait too long, I might fall completely out of love with them and then it'll be too late. What I would also want to do, kind of a fantasy project that I don't know that I'll manage to do, but I would like to do kind of a collection of baskets, not like super big, but pretty big, let's say kind of bigger than this box, but not a lot bigger, and use for them multiple strands of probably like Aran weight or DK weight or like worsted weight yarn, I don't know, whichever one I have more in my stash. Probably I have more DK, but we'll see. Just like as a stash buster, so use like a big hook and a bunch of yarns and kind of create a few that are in rainbow color schemes. So one with some whites and yellows, and then the next one with some whites and corals, and then the next one with some whites and pinks, you know, purples and teals, and do that. That's kind of like my fantasy project. I also have some, like a bunch of cotton yarns, but they're quite, like most of them is 2 weight, like lightweight, and I think that might be a bit too intense. So I think like stash busting rainbow basket collection is a good choice for me, but we'll see. Okay, so that's it. That's what I have for now. I need a little bit of focus and maybe find some exciting garments to make. I would like to work on more of my own patterns, but yeah, I'm not sure that's in the cards. I have a lot of other things going on, so we'll see. I would love to do like a collection of projects, mostly focusing on color and not necessarily on like complicated stitches or techniques, or yeah, just kind of find exciting ways to add color to my clothes, because that's one of the things that I kind of struggle with. First of all, I don't enjoy shopping in stores like I used to, and I would prefer not to buy new things, new garments. Yeah, and kind of making my clothes, especially when I have so much yarn on hand, is a lot more appealing to me these days. So ideally that's the direction I would like to go in, and yeah, just kind of make garments that could be staples in my wardrobe, but more colorful and fun, and kind of those items that are hard to find in stores, because yeah, you know, it's in general, I feel like it's so much easier to find like basic neutral clothes, but if you wanted like a little bit of color, but you still want things to be like wearable, I don't know, I just always struggle to find colorful clothes in shops that I actually like. So I would like to make my own, like this cardigan, which I really, really love. And I don't know, I don't think I could easily find something like this in store, and it was a great kind of stash busting thing for me. I have to look at what I have left and maybe try to make, I don't know, like maybe a little cowl. I don't know if I like this like super matchy stuff, but if you have any idea what I could do with, you know, a decent amount of yarn, I would say this would totally work for like a nice cowl. I don't know, I guess I should just do something to go with this. I don't know if I would wear it. I could probably do, ooh, that's what I should do. I should do like a little tank top. That would be easy and it would be nice, but I don't know, maybe go crazy and do like vertical lines. So it would be more interesting to wear with this. I'm not sure, but I like that idea. So I'll think about that. Yeah, that's actually a pretty nice idea. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you found some color inspiration, and I would love to know what you're working on. Let me know in the comments what kind of yarn you're into, if you found like a pattern you're excited about, if you're already into your fall crocheting, I would love to know. And if you have like good links for like some fabulous patterns that you think would also work for my aesthetics, I would really appreciate it, because there is so much out there, and sometimes it's really hard to find you know, patterns that are also fun to make and easy to follow, and not just a nice finished product, because the process is very important to me. So yeah, thank you for being here, sticking with me. I really don't know what the future holds, but I don't see myself stopping to crochet. So I'm guessing I'll still have adventures to share. And yeah, I hope you'll be here or wherever I am where I'll be sharing these adventures, and I hope you feel inspired and kind of, you know, brave enough to try your own things and customize patterns, whether it's the size, the fit, the techniques, or the colors. Yeah, that's the fun thing about crochet. I feel like it's very, very easy to customize things and kind of do your own take on them. So I wish you a wonderful day. Take care. Bye bye.